This section lesson is about credit cards. So if we wanted to find out average daily balance, we're going to sum up the unpaid balance for each day in the billing period. Divide that by number of days in the billing period. This example we have is the credit card, and it shows that it's average daily balance method. And monthly interest rate is going to be 1.3%. And following transactions is doing May 1st to May 31st. And here is the chart, right? And first question is asking, find the average daily balance for the billing period. In order to do that, we need to create our own charts to figure out how many days you have each balance. So let's make a chart on the side. So we will have one for date, and the other one is for balance, and we need to know how many days, and we need to also find the sum of that, right? So let's see. So this is going to be dates and balance, and this is going to be number of day, and this is going to be sum. Okay, so then starting from May 1st, your balances started with 1,350. For how many days? So you're going to start it from May 1st, so you count May 1st. And 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, which is going to be total of 7 days. And when you multiply these two numbers, you get 9,450. And then your next transaction is May 8th. You have credit of 250. So when you subtract 250 from what you had before, it will be 1,100. For how many days? So 8, 9, right? 8, 9. It will be 2 days, which is going to be 2 times 1,100 equals to 2,200. And then next transaction is going to be 10. You're going to add $375, so it becomes 1,475. And how many days? So you're starting from 10. You're going to start from 10 and stop right before 20. So it will be 19, right? So that makes it 9. Start from 10, so it's going to be 10, right? 10 days. So when you multiply those two, you end up getting 14,750. And when you find the next transactions on the chart, after 10 is 20s, right? You spend 57.5. So So when you subtract that, you're adding it, then you get 1532.5. For how many days? So you start from 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, right? 27 makes that 8 days. And when you multiply that, you get 12,260. And then next transactions is going to be 28. And you're adding $65.30. So it makes it 1,597.8. And this is the last change. So when you're counting this day, you start from 28. So 28, 29, 30, and then you have to include the last day. When is the last day? Your last day is 30. So when you include 30, that's going to give you 4 days. So only the last ones, you're going to include the last day. And then when you multiply that, you get 6,391.2. And if you wanted to find out the total, your total have to be 31 day, right? Because remember, you started from 1 to 31st. So your billing period should be 31 day. When you're adding these numbers, you need to make sure you get 31 day. If you get 30 days, you probably made a mistake there. And your total of this, adding them up, you're going to end up getting 45,051.20. This is total. So, for example A, if you wanted to find average daily balance, then you need to have the total number over total day, right, which is 31 days. And when you divide that, you will get $1,453.26. This is how you're going to find average daily balance. And the second one is asking, find the interest to be paid on June 1st. So then you're going to, we know that interest is equals to PRT. So the starting amount is going to be the average, right? Average that we just find it out, times your interest. Remember, your interest right here was 1.3%. Right there, right? 1.3%. Change it to decimal, it gives you 0.013. Here, this T is going to be months, and for how long? It was 1 month, right? And this is going to give you, when you're inputting this into the calculator, you should be getting $18.89. Let's make sure we box our solutions. And then third question where we need to answer is find the balance due on June 1st. So we know the balance, and we know the interest. So balance, the balance due on June 1st is going to be the balance that we find from before and add interest to it. So when we're looking at back from our charts, the last amount we had on the last day of May, we have this amount, right? So that's how much you owe, plus your interest. So you get 1,597.80 plus your interest, which is going to be $16.69. So $1,616.69 is what due on June 1st. So then last question we have is, this credit card require a $10 minimum monthly payment if the balance due at the end of the billing period is less than $360. But it's already over $360, right? Otherwise, so we're going to use the otherwise options. The minimum monthly payment is 1/36 of the balance due at the end of the billing period. What is the minimum monthly payment due by June 9th? So the next payment have to be 1/36 of the balance due, right? So how do we find that values? You just multiply. So your balance at the end was $1,616.96, and then times 1/36. That's pretty much doing divisions. 69. 36, which gives you close to $45. So that's the minimum payment. And that's how we find out the minimum payment.